Coach, with pre-nationals, this is really the first race of the season where you're forced to pick your top runners and go with them. So what is your approach here, and how does that change the way that you're going to take on pre-nationals this weekend?
Yeah, it's always a tough time of year because sometimes we don't know exactly who our top 12 is. And so in this particular race, we have our top 7. So we have to identify a top 7 that race in the seeded race for the men and the women. And then we can bring runners 8 through 12, and they get to run in the unseeded race. And as it is right now, we've had runners complete the races in the top 5 and then maybe in the top 8. Some of them who were the top 8 then were the top 12, and so it's been all over the place, and it's difficult because I never want to cut anybody out or make somebody think they don't have a chance to be in the top 7. And we are very deep on the men's team and the women's team right now. So what we do have is we have 12 that we think are going to be most likely our top 9 at the MAC championships, and we have to identify the top 9 after this race.
So tell me a little bit about the field that you're going up against in Louisville.
Yeah, so the pre-nats meet is always a really big caliber meet. We probably get half of the top 25 teams in the nation that show up to this race to preview the course, because that's where the national meet will be held. And it gives us a chance to really find out where we stack up compared to some of those big teams like BYU and Colorado. This is also a weekend where I would say most teams in the nation start to get a little fresh, and they start to see what exactly they're made of, and we're no different. That's what we focused on, is freshening up a little bit, and we're starting to turn over a little bit more, so the race pace feels a little bit more comfortable, and I think it's going to be pretty exciting.
Thanks, Coach. David, what did the men's team focus on during this past bye week?
Well, we just started tapering for the championship part of the season here. This next weekend is pre-nationals. So it's it's the biggest invitational of the season for us, and it's going to be a great way to prepare for the championships coming up at Max and the regional in about a month.
So what's the team's mentality going up against these tough teams that you're going to see at pre-nats?
We've had some very good individual performances from people on the team so far, but we've yet to put it all together into one great race for the whole team. So going up against the best teams in the nation this weekend, we definitely want to put it all together, put all the pieces of the puzzle, and make sure everybody's healthy and ready to rumble for a good time.
Thanks, David. Taylor, you've strung together a couple of really good races, and you're kind of entering your zone at this point in the season. So what's helped you kind of make that turn into good postseason form?
I think the biggest thing is just my mindset. I've been trying really hard to stay positive and definitely carry the positive attitude throughout the team. I think I've been trying more to focus less on myself and more of how I can help the team. So I would say that's probably what's gotten me to where I am.
So you guys have pretty good competition this weekend at pre-nationals. So what's the women's team mentality going into it?
I think we're ready to go. We've been consistently together. I think we're working on pack running a little bit, and I think we're just going to go out there and see what we can do.
Thanks, Taylor.